to today's special hearing, the Assembly Law and Public Safety Committee. We're here today for a serious and emotional discussion, but one I hope will be held with courtesy and respect for each other's opinions. We may not agree today on everything, but one thing I hope we can agree on is that we must do what's best for the people of New Jersey. And there's no denying the fact that in recent years, the United States has been witness to several horrific and preventable firearm-related mass tragedies. These tragedies have heightened awareness of the danger that exists when adequate protections are not utilized to ensure that only responsible gun owners have access to firearms. The incidents are seared into our memories. A student killing 33 people and injuring 25 more during a shooting spree on the campus of Virginia Tech. A lone shooter killing 6 people, including a 9-year-old child, and injuring 13 others, including the Congresswoman April Gifford, in a supermarket parking lot in Tucson, Arizona. On Friday, July 20, 2012, a man opened gunfire on a packed movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, murdering 12 people and injuring 58 others. And on December 14, 2012, 20 school children, 6 adults, was killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, by an armed gunman in an unmanageable tragedy. These incidents have led parents, educators, law enforcement, everyone for that matter, to seek answers as to how best to protect our innocent children, families, friends, and our neighbors from such atrocities. As we know, state lawmakers cannot win this fight alone. Congress, as we know, has allowed the 1994 federal ban on the sale of semi-automatic assault weapons and large-capacity ammunition feeding devices to expire in 2004. Even though these weapons are weapons of choice for drug traffickers, weapon traffickers, gangs, and paramilitary extremist groups. And we have led to the death, and it has led to the death of 1 in 5 police officers killed in the line of duty between 1998 and 2001. We heard President Obama speak last night about the need to tighten federal laws. We here today will begin the process of doing the same thing on the state level. Whether it's the streets of New Jersey communities, a movie theater in Colorado, or an elementary school in Connecticut, enough is enough is enough. No more talk. It's time for action. The Assembly will show real leadership and do everything it can to better protect New Jersey residents by advancing a common sense plan to combat the scourge of gun violence that has touched all of us so deeply. Reducing the maximum capacity of ammunition magazine is common sense. Banning assault-style weapons, 50 caliber weapons, is common sense. Requiring ammunition sales to be conducted face-to-face is common sense. Disqualifying a person whose name is on the federal terrorist watch list from obtaining a gun is common sense. Requiring firearm seizure when mental health professional determines patients who pose a threat to themselves and others is common sense. Let us not, after all, forget that 269 New Jerseyans were killed by senseless gun violence in 2011 alone, which was a 9% increase from the prior year. The time to get serious about protecting our children, our law enforcement officers, and our community from gun violence is long overdue. The tragedies have become too common and the sadness too deep. We recognize that we cannot put an end to each and every gun crime, but we can responsibly close the gaps and make our laws stronger for the benefit of everyone. With this effort, good common sense will prevail. First and foremost, I want you to understand that this committee will not allow any outbursts. We will shut it down and we will move forward. Everyone will have an opportunity to speak. I want everyone to understand that there is a 2-minute limit on what you have to say when you're called up to. You have 2 minutes. After your 2 minutes, I will advise you that you are done, and we'll move on to the next one. If we have any issues or any concerns, please, there are many people on the outside that you can speak to. And with that being said, we are now going to start our committee meeting.
Hello, my name is I'm 21 years old and I'm a junior at Stockton College. I've had the blessing of growing up in New Jersey and I can spend hours talking about all my wonderful memories. That's not why we're here. We're here for very specific reasons, 24 reasons. First, I'd like to say, what is a criminal? A criminal is someone who doesn't follow law. So why would someone who doesn't follow law follow these 24 new proposed bills? More specifically, proposed bill 1387 permits municipalities to establish weapons-free zones around schools and public facilities. So the weapons-free zone at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, would you say that worked out well? My heart goes out to those children and those teachers. My heart does not go out to those who thought it was a good idea to leave those teachers to be sitting ducks, because had they been armed, lives would have been saved. I can get into these laws specifically, but you know what? I'm not. I'm done. I'm done reading about what you're going to do about this gun control issue, and I'm done listening to it. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Let me remind you, so you have it clear. My name is Alexa Joan Macaluso, and you will never, I repeat, never take my inalienable rights away. Now, if you think I will abide by these limitations, please don't hold your breath. Let me read you the Second Amendment because I'm positive you have it wrong. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Let me make that sentence clear. It means that if you manipulate, force, or threaten us, we the people will stop you because that is our constitutional right granted to us by our Creator, and no man on this earth, in this galaxy, or beyond will ever take that right away from a true American citizen.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That's going to be your time.
I have one more sentence to say. I hope you all read The Hunger Games. Yes, if you haven't, you should. Because I'm the girl on fire.
Yes,
Yeah, my name is King Penna, and I first want to address some of the comments, but I first really want to address the fact that this body really don't care what we have to say, but you prove that by your actions. Your actions by showing that you could care less and you voted on bills before we even got to speak. I'm limited to 2 minutes. I got to get on the bus. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to get down here, and I'm so sick and tired of you guys thinking you're better than us. You work for us, and you're going to find that out because we're going to come into your districts and remove you from office because I'm sick and tired. Mr. Greenwald, I don't know where you are, but if you want to save lives, let's start closing the abortion clinics. We can start saving lives. I gotta tell you, I am appalled at what goes on here. Appalled.
The guy the criminals, the guy the illegals.
I'd like to know how much money 24 bills cost us as taxpayers. Can any one of you answer that? No, I didn't think so. Because the Office of Legislation is filled with master's degrees and PhDs, and the guy was so excited to say that you have to have a master's or a PhD to go there, to work there, 300 of them. And then to add insult to injury, we can't even have access to the erroneous information that you guys collect because they say it's privileged. We can't open that. You want to talk about defending us? You got a whole lot of other work to do that you come here and talk about gun laws. You know, it's this whole thing of that we're going to take advantage of this situation and now promote our agenda. And I'm sick of it. I really am. A little inconvenience is not going to hurt us. Well, great. Then how come we don't have voter ID? It's a little inconvenience. It's only
My name is Eric Sanguinetti. I'd just like to talk to this council and everybody here. There's been a lot of great points made. Personally, I've been blessed with a lot of great women in my life, and I just wanted to speak for them a little bit, and the previous women did a great job. I find it highly offensive that, especially the men in this room, can find it okay that they're surrounded by highly trained police officers with these so-called high-capacity magazines, and that's fine. And then you turn around and limit the right to life of these other women and men. And we're always saying, well, we need to protect kids, we need to protect the people who are most vulnerable in the society. And then turn around and say, well, no, you can't have guns because of X, Y, and Z. You can't have this magazine because it's too deadly. No, the criminals out there simply don't care. And I'd also like to point on the fact that the Second Amendment wasn't given to the citizens. All the Constitution and the amendments were noted that they were God-given. They're not given from government. Government is just recognizing that they exist. So I just find it highly offensive that anyone can say, well, we have to limit the Second Amendment. It says it should not be infringed. Don't tread on me. Leave the law-abiding citizens alone and go after the criminals. Thank you.
Hello, Roseanne Saladitri. I'm president of the New Jersey Tea Party Caucus, and I've heard a lot of arguments here today about what kind of ammunition, how much, yada, yada, yada. That's the wrong argument. The argument should be not about our rights to bear arms, but about your rights. And you know this little Constitution that you all pledge to uphold and preserve? This Constitution, according to the Second Amendment, which is part of the Constitution for those who haven't read it here, says that you shall not infringe upon our rights. That is not a request, people. That is not a suggestion. That is a command. So, that's not just my opinion. The Ninth Circuit Court, the most liberal court in the whole country, ignored us and upheld our right to bear arms. And so did our United States Supreme Court. So, we have a right to protect ourselves. That is an inalienable right, the right to self-defense. You are infringing upon that right. Now today, as we come here and we beg you to protect our rights, I say that's again also backwards. Right now, every sponsor and co-sponsor of this bill should be begging us not to start impeachment proceedings. We understand the full implication of that. Let me just end with a quote out of my cold, dead hands. Excuse me, that is the Constitution. You should read